Good morning, everybody. How are you? This is very exciting. It's Thursday morning, our regular Facebook Live, but this is no regular morning, can I tell you? We have a big treat for you. I have someone right next to me who I'm excited to introduce you to. But first of all, just say hi in the comments. Let me know that you can hear and see me okay before I bring on my special guest. Today is the day that I'm going to show you. Hi, Celeste. Excellent. Someone's here. Yay. We are going to show you today a little sneak peek of the studio. We're not done, but we want to show you is a work in progress. We want to show you what we've done so far, and we're going to talk through the planning process, what we did before we moved, what we did while we've been sort of unpacking and organizing, how we made some decisions. So I hope it's helpful. Let me know in the comments. Oh, hello. Let me know in the comments what your sort of favorite studio organizing tip is. I'm very curious to know like what your best tips are. So maybe Mikki and I could incorporate some of those into our planning. So, oh, it looks like we have lots of folks here. Excellent. I'm going to try and keep an eye on the comments, but I don't have my trusty comment person elsewhere because she's right next to me. So I'll try and keep an eye on the comments, but if you have any questions, pop them in and we will get back to you as soon as we can. So first of all, we're gonna chit chat a little bit, and then I will switch over to my phone. Fingers crossed that works out okay, and I will give you the tour. But first of all, and if you want to look behind you, it looks a little bit different. Let me just show you. The backdrop is a little bit different. It's still a work in progress at the top, but I'll keep you posted. So instead of being tucked into a tiny corner in my house, I now have a lot more space. And if you're wondering why I decided to move in the first place, first of all, my house is too small, so I don't have enough space in my house for a studio. So I did have an out of the house studio in a town called Lowell, and it's beautiful. It's a big old mill, and I loved it, but it was a 45-minute drive from my house. So when the pandemic hit, suddenly those commutes just seemed too long. So I found a space in my own town, which is a 7-minute drive from my house. So it's in Groton, Massachusetts. It's at Prescott, which is an elementary school. It's a lovely old brick elementary school, which they haven't into. There's some studios, some offices, community ed. The local newspaper is here. There's a nice gift shop. So, and I have 2 rooms on the 2nd floor. And hopefully some of you will be a cup of tea. So I would like to introduce you to Mikki. Look,
Hi,
she's
friends.
right here.
Hi, friends.
So Mikki flew in from Louisiana. Where did you fly in from? What airport?
New Orleans.
New Orleans. Mikki flew in from New Orleans at the weekend. She spent some time with friends, and then she came up to see me. So instead of being in Louisiana and kind of doing her thing on the computer behind the scenes, she's right here to be with us. So I'm just going to check. Oh, everyone's saying hi to you.
Hi, friends.
Isn't it fun? Let's just say it's been a tricky week. Well, we've worked really hard. We've been working like 10, 11-hour days. Really hard, but we've been like yakking the whole week. I have like a sore throat from so much talking. So let's start out with what we've been up to. What have we been doing, Mikki?
We've been organizing your new studio space, which is so great. So great, you guys. Really, it's terrific. Elementary school. It's even in its unconditioned state, it is a really terrific space. And the more we pull it together, the more it looks like it's just going to be a wonderful place to work and play and have visitors.
Exactly. So to talk about what we did pre-move, so before we moved into the space, it was kind of in rough shape. So we had someone paint to fill the holes, kind of get it, vaguely decent. And then before I came here, Mikki gave me a job to do, which was to pre-sort my stuff and have a little purge.
Big purge.
It was a big purge.
Big purge.
It was a big purge. It was a tough purge because I'd been in that space for 7 years, and it's hard to throw stuff away. It's kind of emotional. And but one of the things my two big takeaways from purging all my stuff was, number one, how many unfinished projects I have. It's kind of embarrassing. And number two, I had a lot of stuff people had given to me, and which was very generous of them, or I'd got them from Free Cycle, or who knows, from free by the side of the road. And I thought, oh, one day I'll use that. Well, that one day hadn't come in 7 years, so it was time to toss it. Do you find that a lot with people?
Yeah, I mean, if there's a place to put it, people put it.
It's true. Yeah. Well, apparently Mikki hauled magazines across country.
For years, across the country, boxes of magazines. Yeah, like I'll use these, I'll need these, but it never happened, move after move. And at some point it was just like, nope. And never missed them.
No, I know. Magazines was a big one for me, actually. I gave up because people are really nice and they know I like to do collage. So they give me magazines, but like, how many do you need?
Yep.
Seriously.
And they're heavy.
Yeah, they're really heavy.
They're heavy.
So my big takeaway was that someday I'll use it. Had to go. And also unfinished projects were so many. And I literally just had to throw them away and just think, well, because it felt like emotional baggage I was bringing with me. I was like bringing unfinished work to a new space, and I didn't want to do that. So we have devised a system for my professional organizer here has helped me to devise a system to work that out. So I pre-sorted and purged, and then we got on FaceTime several times, right? And we
long
did
distance, right? And we tried to do some space planning before I got here.
Was that tricky?
I prefer being on site, but we made it work. You gave me some video tours of the space, and we talked about how to configure what you have, what you'll need, because your business has changed since you made the move too.
Sure. So what kind of things were you thinking about?
I was thinking about your lives, which is one of the biggest ways that your business changed from Lowell, is that you really started doing a lot more recording. The Handmade Book Club has grown so much. So, you do need a bigger recording space, bigger video space, live space.
Yeah.
So that was a big consideration in the space planning, where the light was, where the wall space is.
Exactly.
Where do the big pieces go?
Yeah. Yeah, because when I was at home doing lives, I was literally in a corner, like tucked into this tiny corner, which is fine. It worked for a year and a half, right?
Yeah, but you'll stand over there and go back this way, and you'll see how much space is here, and the light is beautiful.
Exactly. So we did some space planning both in here, and then so it's 2 rooms. We've got one room where we do the filming, and we have some cute stuff, and then we have a workroom. And what were you thinking about in the workroom?
Working like that. So how do you, I mean, we talked early about how do you work? And it's mostly standing. As a book artist, mostly standing.
Yep.
So that's what most of the tables are back there, are standing height tables, cutting space, how do you move in the space, right? Like being able to pull big sheets of paper off and having a place to put them behind you. So just functionality. And paper, all that paper.
I have a lot of paper. As you know, I have a lot of paper. So we had to kind of plan around all these shelves that I have, which are full of paper. So, there was only 2 spots that we could put that, one wall or the other. So that sort of determined a lot of our furniture placement was sort of predetermined, right, by the kind of space.
Exactly. We took the biggest pieces. Where do they have to go? And then let's build around those.
Yeah. Yeah. And we, one of the biggest things we tried to do was use what we had.
Yes.
You may be thinking that Andy Manning has spent the last week of his life assembling IKEA furniture, and he has, but we really tried hard to.
Yeah. We used just about everything that you had. You didn't, I mean, except some of the recyclable pieces, you brought just about everything over from Lowell.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, and the interesting piece is that when we were space planning, I said, I need work tables in the middle of the filming space too. And Mikki's like, yeah, I think you do, but I'm thinking of a round table. And then like the very next day I saw on Facebook Marketplace this really nice round table, which I can't wait to show you. So, and it was like $50, and it's like the nicest thing in the space. So
and balances all the white. So there is a lot of IKEA white, which is functional and clean, and but the brown really adds some nice warmth.
It does. Yeah, it does. And it's so great having you here it was great to have you on FaceTime, but to have you here. So Mikki arrived, and then what did you do, Mikki, when you arrived?
Unpacked. So these guys have they made arriving quite easy, because all of the moving had been done. So and all the paper and the bookshelves of paper back there were done. So I just started looking at what was here, unpacking the boxes and assessing what are we working with. What do we
And
have to work
when
with?
you say assessing, we weren't throwing anything away or purging. What were we doing with it?
Right.
Like,
We were just putting things into categories. Let's get all the books together and see how much of those we have. Let's get all of the handmade books together. Let's get the art supplies, the office supplies, the
paint stuff.
Yes.
Paste paper stuff.
Yeah. So we zoned everything and categorized
Exactly.
and then decided where are we going to use all of those different things. Like we had talked about a couple of different places for doing things and changed our mind as we
went along.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think that inventorying things and putting like things together was.
And how much of each do you have? Right. I mean, I think you probably have less books, less hardbound books, bookmaking books than you thought you had, and more handmade books than you might have thought you had.
There was a lot. So yeah, what were the surprises for you when we were going through all of that stuff? So maybe like that most of it was like your stuff.
Well, that was the best part of it. Unpacking your boxes would have been like unpacking my boxes. Really, I couldn't get over it. It was like, oh, I have this, and I've got that same set, and it was like unpacking my own art supplies. It was great.
That was
my
kind
own
of fun.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even the some of the vintage pieces. I've got that. So it was fun.
Know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I was telling Allie this morning, we in terms of our business, we complement each other a lot. Meaning, she likes to do what I don't, and I like to do what she doesn't. But in terms of our creativity, we are on the same page.
I know. I'm going to make her fill some priority mailboxes of stuff to take with her. We're going to ship it home. So, all right. So we did the furniture placement, and then we did the zoning. So, we know that in this area we're going to film. We know that over in a certain area I might be sewing. In a certain area I'm going to be cutting. In another area I'll be what else?
Being able to spread out, lots of places to spread out, and places to put things so that those surfaces can stay clean.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's got to be easy to put things away. So you do.
So I do.
So you do.
Let's hope so. And then after we did the zone, you see, she wouldn't let me go shopping.
I know. It's the hard part for me too. It really is, not to shop until the end. I mean, not the big things, but the fun things, the containers and the baskets and the can't do that till the end. And that's what we wanted to do first.
Yeah, I know. That's the fun part. So once we'd zoned, once we'd unpacked, we did need to go shopping to get a few extra things. And then what's going to happen? You unpacked everything. We've kind of put it away, kind of. But what comes next?
Now we get to move into all of the like refining. Now we get to refine everything. Like now we get to organize the insides of all of the doors. So we did all the big outer stuff, all the placements done. We know where everything's going to live. A lot of the containers are exactly right. A few of them we're going to change, but now we get to make all of those decisions. Okay, now we know where all the office supplies are. Let's go get the right drawer organizers for them. Now we know where all the paints are. Let's go get the right containers for them.
You see, my instinct is to go get the containers first.
Everyone's, yeah.
Is it really?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, let's go find the pretty containers and then make everything fit in the containers.
And it doesn't.
Yes.
And then you're kind of...
Right. And then the stuff is still everywhere and you've got a lot of extra pretty containers.
Exactly. That's why I have a lot of pretty containers. So apparently that's what the dessert is. That's how Mikki describes it, right?
This is dessert. Yeah, we have moved into dessert time, right?
We're into dessert time.
We're into dessert time.
So we get to go to Target.
This afternoon, right? And tomorrow we get to do all of these nice finishing touches.
That'd be really fun. I'm actually really looking forward to that. So like everything is thrown in a drawer. All the paint is thrown in a drawer. All the office supplies have been thrown in a drawer. All the, ephemera has been thrown in a cupboard. And now we get to assess what's there. And
except it's not thrown. It's carefully placed or it's already in boxes. Nothing is thrown anywhere.
I throw, she carefully places. Okay, so now we get to assess what have we carefully placed in those drawers, what containers do we need?
Like when you'll show paper, but like that's easy. We just have to find the right solution for those. Yes, we just have to write. We know what the solution is. We just have to find it.
Right.
We know what we want here. We just have to go get it.
I can't wait. Seriously. All right. Let me just see if there's any questions and then I'm going to take you on a little tour.
Oh yeah. I forgot you guys were here. I was just sitting here talking to, hi. Yeah.
So can you see any questions we need to answer? Did you get the pegboard?
Did Mikki bring whips? No. That's dessert. Pegboard is dessert. That's my dessert.
No, we've got the pegboard.
Pegboard is up.
Pegboard's up because we had to get the handyman, but we haven't accessorized the pegboard. That's dessert.
That's my dessert.
That's we've decided that pegboard is Mikki's love language. I'm gonna get her a t-shirt.
Pegboard is my love language.
Laurie says, can she hire Mikki?
Not anymore.
Because she's mine.
Not anymore.
Well,
but this was my life for a long time.
What have you seen? What's that? Have you seen Mikki in person before?
Yes.
Yes, we
yes.
have.
That's how all this craziness started. I came for a private class with Allie. Yeah,
about 3 years ago.
I think it was more. I think
more
it was
3 years.
Yeah. Oh,
okay.
I know it was.
All right.
Yeah, it was way before Louisiana, and so yes, it was at least 5. But yep, we had the same chemistry then.
We had the same chemistry.
We had
then.
the same chemistry.
So we knew we'd be working together.
Yeah.
Other questions? I can't read that with my glasses on. Let me just have a look.
We're so cute together.
Of course we are. So
Mm.
nice to see. Oh, look, everyone loves you. Of course. All right. Nothing is thrown. Yeah, apparently not. Okay. I don't think there's any other questions. Hi, Wendy. It's nice to see you.
Kat, you have to throw something.
Here's Andy. They locked me in a cupboard in case of more.
Yeah, I can hear him knocking.
I know. Yeah, there's some noise in the background. So ridiculous. He's put together 13 pieces of IKEA furniture.
For Hannah too, not just for Allie, for Hannah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Andy's our hero.
He is. Okay, I am going to switch the camera over. Just bear with me one tick. It's going to go quiet for a second, and then I'm going to switch the camera over, and I'm going to start walking around. So,
you can take the microphone with you.
Mm-mm. Okay, we should be back live. Here we are. This is what I can see from where I'm sitting. Okay. All right, let me stand up. Okay, Mikki, you're on for the comments. Okay. So I'm going to move over to the door, folks. So here's my desk. There's Mikki answering your comments. So we bought a new IKEA desk, which is about 6 feet long and has the two, you need to mute that. Okay, sorry about that, folks. We bought, so this piece is new, the big desk with the 2 Alex drawers. So in one of those sets of drawers, we have office supplies. And then the other set of drawers, we have sort of small mixed media tools. And then right behind, on the back wall, is the large IKEA piece, which many of you have seen on the stories and things. So it's 3 pieces, 2 sort of tall units, and then a unit in the middle. Behind it is chalkboard, and then above is some cork, which we're going to cover up. Any suggestions for covering that up? We were thinking about some kind of fabric or patchwork, paper. So any suggestions for covering up that cork would be gratefully received. And then Mikki had a great time color coordinating my books on the shelves, bless her heart. And then there's just a few little doodads here. Like some of my favorite rubber stamps that are unmounted, and some tags and some tickets. And then below in this cupboard is some of my vintage ephemera, which Mikki was organizing this morning. Hopefully you can see that. It's in cigar boxes right now. We may be buying new containers, but you see how those containers don't really work. So that's what we were talking about. That's the ephemera. And then I won't show you in every single drawer. Here's the other one with the color coordinated books. And then in these drawers, we have things like mediums and paints. And then I believe that's a tech drawer right there. And then over here, Mikki put some of my rubber stamps, which are in binders. So that's just that area. Again, kind of work in progress. Back to the door. We have another cork board here, so any suggestions on how to decorate this would be gratefully received. Here's my little hat stand. And then here, so right here on this wall is these sort of open closets almost. I'm guessing maybe once they had doors, but these were where the little kids put their coats and jackets. So there were lots of hooks for the kids' things, which is really cute. So we had our handyman put in some shelves in this first one right here. And on these shelves, we have, in addition to vintage books, we have all of my handmade book samples. So I don't know if you can see here, but there are boxes and boxes of book samples. There we go. And then interspersed are some of my vintage books, my vintage typewriter, etc. And just some vintage suitcases, which may or may not be filled with paper and fabric. And then in the second side of the closet, we are going to make this into a little sewing nook. So you can see let me just pull back. So you can see we have the little table in there, which is new, and the sewing machine. And we're going to put some pegboard and kind of accessorize. So that will be that's a work in progress that we will reveal. Next to it, we have a closet, which I'm not going to show you today, but also will be related to the sewing. We'll have fabric, etc. We have two huge 10-foot windows in here. I've got the blinds closed at the moment because it's really hot. Here is that lovely table I told you about that I found on Facebook Marketplace for $50. Honestly, it's like an Ethan Allen table and it's solid as a rock. And then we have one of those Calyx units which came from home on the other wall, which is filled with reference books, more vintage books, because apparently you can't have enough vintage books in your life. And books that I'm going to alter. I've got my ribbon collection up here. So when I work, I really like to work by color. So I like to have my ribbons organized by color. Some of my books. I'm sure you all have these books too. Some different reference books. And finally, in this room, coming full circle, back to Mikki, there's my ugly light, we have our little tea station. So when you come over for a cup of tea, this is where I'll make you a cup of tea. And then we have some really nice Alex drawers right here. Hopefully you can see that all my collage papers, you can see right here, they are organized by color and also by vintage paper. I have my napkins, I have my paste papers. So let's open some of these drawers so you can see. And so one of these solutions that Mikki came up with is to split these drawers in half. So we're going to the hardware store later today to figure out a divider to go down the middle of these drawers. So can you see this has got purple and orange. So we'll put a divider down there so that we can keep the collage papers separate. So that's an example of sort of sorting everything first and then figuring out what you need. So we went from 12 drawers to essentially 24 drawers by splitting them in half, which was really clever of Mikki, who's right there, answering your questions. Are there many questions?
No, not any questions. Where'd you get those cigar boxes? But cigar boxes, you grab them from everywhere, right? Or did you have a source?
No, I don't have a source. It was they were given to me. Okay, so then we're going to go into the workroom, folks. This is a piece that I'm going to display my books on. We're going to replace it because we decided it didn't work that well. So this was a piece that was recycled from the old space. It just doesn't really work there. So we will replace that at some point. So any suggestions for what kind of piece of furniture could go here would be gratefully received. Whether we need to go brown, whether we need to do floating shelves, whether we need a vintage piece. And then we're going to go into the workroom. The door is hanging off right now because it needs to be painted. This is the workroom. So this is the couch. The couch was originally in the other room, but we decided it looked a whole lot better here. So there's another two 10-foot windows right here. You can see the brick. I have my vintage irons right here. Here's the couch and the fan because it's very hot here. We bought a cute rug the other day at IKEA. Then here's the workroom. Let's go around slowly. Hopefully I'm not making you seasick. Just give you a view of the whole thing. I'll tell you some details. So you may spot the handmade paper. So when I talked about the shelving, it's plastic shelving. It ain't pretty, but it's really, really functional. So we brought it with us, and it saved us, quite a lot of money. So you'll see we have 6 tall, deep plastic shelf units. I think they're Rubbermaid, and 3 of them are filled with vintage paper. Not vintage paper, handmade paper. Let's move around so you can see them. So all that is my handmade paper, not made by me, by the way. And then we have various different drawers and bins. So the kinds of things that I have in there are, let's see, I have like pre-made signatures, I have bookboard scraps, I have stacks of Mohawk paper. Those bins at the bottom are handmade paper scraps. Things like pre-made signatures, the lined ones that I buy. And then over here we have, gosh, more paper. So these right here is paper to be sorted to go into those collage drawers. And then down here we have big bins of leather, and this end station right here is a shipping station. So, this shelf unit is a shipping station with envelopes and, packaging materials. Not very sexy, I'm afraid, but rather necessary. So there is all those shelves. At the end, we have another huge shelf unit. And this is where my paste papers and my marbling equipment and some encaustic equipment is kept. None of it very exciting, but you've got to put it somewhere. But it's all together in the same spot. So so that on this table over here is probably where I do a lot of that. And then moving to the door, there's an outside door. You can see the other side of the workroom, which is all these workbenches. You see my lovely plastic bucket? You need a bucket for marbling, so that's what you get. There's the 2 tables in the center, my big paper cutter, the couch at the end, and then on the other side of the wall we have all of those work tables. So we have one low one for that big binding machine. It needs to go on a low table, and then the other 2 are taller. So on the wall there, you can see that we mounted a bunch of printer boxes, and then underneath is the pegboard. Pegboard that we have not yet filled with anything. So here's going to be, this is my workbench. Again, not very sexy, but you've got to work, right? So it's the workbench. Here's another less sturdy workbench, but a great place for laying things out. Here's all our pegboard accessories, getting ready to for us to do some dessert stuff. And then under the tables, there's also storage. So you can see, I'm sure you all have lots of things just like this, like those wire carts and lots and lots and lots of labeled drawers. So right here, so Mikki made me sort through my rubber stamps, and I was only allowed 2 cartfuls of rubber stamps, which is good. I'm really happy that I just have 2 cartfuls, plus all those binders. But all those rubber stamps are kind of categorized. And then we have other things over here like glues and tools and things. So let me just back up again so you can kind of see the whole room. Paper, paper, paper. Here's the sort of 2 tall tables in the middle. Should be great just for laying things out. Come around this way. And then there's the couch and the windows. All my vintage irons. And then we go back into the regular space. So I'm just going to loop around the room one more time. Are there any questions, Mikki?
Somebody like to know where your paper cutter is from.
Paper what?
Your paper cutter. Your big paper cutter?
Oh, that is a Q trimmer. Kutrimer. Q trimmer. And I bought it from binding.com. So there we go, folks. That is the new studio space. So it's a work in progress. We need a rug. We're going to do all our fun containerizing, but we've made a lot of progress. We just need some artwork, yes. So yes, we definitely need some artwork on the walls, some plants, right? Maybe another lamp or two. But we have made incredible progress over this past week. And I am so grateful to this lady right here. She is a rock star. Look at that. So there we go. There's the door, which hasn't been painted yet. Another work in progress. Okay. Is that a good sneak peek?
Epic. Holly said epic.
Epic. You're funny. All right. I'm going to move back over to my desk and come back on screen, answer any questions you have. And I'm hoping, folks, that you will all come visit us very soon once we are up and running. Once we get classes going. And okay, so we're going to go quiet for 1 minute while we switch over cameras. Okay, I think we're good. Yeah. On screen. If you want to. Okay. If you don't want to, do you want to?
Yes. Let's answer organizing questions.
Yes. What are your organizing questions? I can't read. No.
Really? Okay.
No, I really can't read it.
Great sneak peek.
Okay. We are outside now. Hello.
Lots of congratulations, and it's pretty and nice space.
Take one of my live classes.
Yeah, Nancy. Yeah, let's talk about classes here.
Yes, let's talk about classes. So because I'm on the second floor and there's no elevator, I cannot teach classes here. I can have visitors here, and I will certainly be having kind of little open studios and little tea parties. But in terms of classes, I will be in the, there's some community rooms downstairs, which we'll be using for classes. So they will seat, I don't know how many people are going to go check
20,
them out. Right?
Yeah, we're going to go check them out. 25 probably.
We're hoping for 25. So that will be a larger teaching space that we have available to us. So there are several within this building, but there are also several in my town too that we could use. So live classes, I'm thinking probably the fall.
Mm-hmm.
Late fall, I would think, would be when we'll start doing live classes. And then in 2022, for sure, we're going to be doing lots of classes. And Mikki will be coming up to help me do those because she
wants to.
Because she wants to. I'm not going to make it. So yes. So like I say, we're going to have small gatherings in this space, and we will be having larger classes either in this building or within the town of Groton, Massachusetts.
Which is lovely. Absolutely lovely.
It's a nice town.
Yeah, I spent a lot of years in Massachusetts and have never been to Groton, and it is very charming here.
It's really nice. Yeah. So do you have any questions, or do you have any advice for us as we go out shopping this afternoon to go buy containers?
Yes.
Yes. We'd love to know what your advice is. Let's see. Oh, look, it's only 10:35.
Oh, good. We get to chat for longer.
Yeah, we do. And is there anything, pop in the comments too, is there anything you want me to show you a little more closely? I can get the camera out again and I can show you anything that you want to see close up. Just let me know. I'd be happy to. Carol wants to be Mikki when she grows up.
Careful what you ask for, Carol.
That's true. Hold on.
Groton is spelled Groton, just like it sounds. Groton.
So here's a question from Ruth. Ruth, just wondering if your sewn cone will be a little dark.
Yes, it would be, unless we put some lights in there, which we happen to have.
Yeah.
Yes, it's very dark in there. So, but one of the gifts that we found, remember when we were looking around virtually, is an outlet in that closet, it was a gift. So that doesn't usually happen. So we can get some lighting in there.
Yeah, a good point, Ruth. I like that. Good point. Yeah, we got some clip-on lights from IKEA, which happen to be turquoise, my favorite color. And we're going to put clip-on lights there. Yeah.
Do you want to talk about what it's like going to IKEA with you?
What's it like going to IKEA with me, Mikki?
Squirrel, rabbit, squirrel, bird, rabbit.
Seriously? Seriously. Come back over here. Do you have an LED light?
Look at what Dot wants to know.
Okay.
Oh, Dot, I feel you.
It's all right. So here's a question from Rhonda. Would you recommend sorting into boxes and then looking for the space for those things? Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to do so much upfront things, because you inevitably have more of what you think you have of one thing, less of what. So yes, I think it's really important to see what the volume is before it goes into containers. So a box is a great way to do that. Yeah. What's the volume?
Yeah, because I had way more fabric than I thought I had.
Yep.
Yeah, a lot. I thought, I don't have that much fabric. There's a lot. So yeah, I think sort of boxing it to see what the volume is.
And I think somebody had also asked, so like, yeah, when we do the desk drawers and stuff and things today, the tendency is to go to the office supply store and get the drawer organizers and then come home and realize they don't fit or they're not big enough for what you need to hold. So we're going to assess. We will assess before we go.
And measure.
And measure the drawers. Yes.
Yeah. I would never have thought to do that. Do I have an LED light? Yes, I believe it's LED light. Dot wants to know, is there air conditioning? It's awfully hot. Are flat files in my future? No, they are not. I have some flat file. I have one drawer in the flat file at home. Andy has all the other drawers. But no, well, we could get flat files.
Squirrel.
Yeah, squirrel. You know why they're not in my future? Because that handmade paper needs to go. That's why. Like if I get flat files, I'll keep the handmade paper and I want to share it with the world. We're hilarious with something. I love your space for storage. Okay, this is a good question from Fran. I love your space for storage. Would you go for plastic, practical boxes, or soften it with wicker ones? Good question.
We've used them all. So we found in this space, some places when you want to put things in containers that are visual, the texture is nice. We got a couple of baskets at IKEA that have some nice texture. Definitely we need to introduce some soft things around here for sure. Needs a rug, needs some soft things on the wall. So fabric containers are also a good way to do that.
But yeah, I mean, the reason we use quite a lot of plastic is so it's practical.
It's practical, yes. It's not environmentally friendly. It's not terribly pretty, but it's practical.
It's practical because you can see in it. You can see what's there. Because I don't know about you, but if I can't see it, I don't use it. Yeah. And so, yeah. But great question, Fran. I love it. Oh, no, hold on. What was that one? Let me do Jennifer's question. Have you considered the charm of vintage wire?
Did you show her your pretty wire baskets back there? We put them on the shelves back there of things you have to sort.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, the
we do have
vintage
some.
accessories. Yeah, it's great.
So Jennifer uses them all the time, and she also uses the skirt and pant hangers for large pieces of paper. I want to try that.
Yeah, I've seen that done also. I think it's a great idea.
I would love to try that because it just looks really attractive.
Yeah, and it's a good use of space too. You can get a lot in a little amount of space.
Exactly. Phyllis asked, is there a paper sale soon? Not anytime soon.
We knew it was coming, though.
Yeah, I know. I can't wait to see. This is a good tip from Ali. A straight-sided tray can contain jars on a shelf and make them easy to access.
That's nice.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yep.
All right. We're storing that idea. Thank you, ma'am. I like it.
So layering in organizing is the same as layering in art, which I think is what she was talking about. Yes, we've done a lot of layering to not just do, not just set something down, but like we did it with your tray, right? Instead of just putting a coffee kettle down on top, we've created a little area for it and layered everything on there. So you've got your fabric, you got your tray, and then
Shimmy, what we're talking about is over here, like layered.
Yeah, I keep looking over there.
Yeah, that's so that we've got a little.
It's layered, not just
layered. We've got a tray, we've got the things on the tray, we've got a nice thing underneath. You're so smart.
Well, then you guys know that about art, right?
That's true about art, yeah. And is that clothes? I don't know. What else do we have? Wicker baskets. Oh yes, we like with some wicker baskets. Mickey's never. We saw Christmas tree shops, and Mickey didn't know what it was.
I didn't. No, we have dollar stores and
Christmas tree shops.
Didn't know. I was like, why Christmas now?
Oh no, it's so bomb. Any other questions? What about somewhere to dry? This is a good question. Paintings and prints, a drying rack. Oh, a pulley from the ceiling. Whoa.
Oh, that's a neat idea. That's a great idea. There's a drying rack back there.
Yeah,
but that's nice to pull it down like a screen, like a movie screen.
Yeah. Like those old-fashioned ones you get, like sometimes people hang pots on them.
Uh-huh.
Ooh, and there's a tin. Is that tin ceiling? I think it's a tin ceiling. I'm sure they probably won't.
People are like, why are you two looking
Why
up
are you
at the
looking at that?
ceiling?
Yeah, I don't expect they let us drill into the ceiling, but that would be kind of fun to put
Mhm.
some hooks up there and have something hanging from the ceiling.
Yeah, nice tall ceilings in here too.
Yeah. Using the pant hangers would be beautiful artwork on the wall. Well, that's a good idea.
Mm.
I like that one. Thank you, Barbie. Pat has mesh drawers. Nice. I love mesh. Ali, hold on. Alison has, you could hang your paper using peg and pulley system. That's the same thing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I love the pulley idea.
Mm-hmm.
Squirrel.
The large window coverings.
What's that? Where did you get the large window coverings? Oh, well, those they're not the ones we're going to have. We had to buy special shades.
The windows here are huge. They're fabulous.
Huge. Yeah, I had to get them. We're having them custom made right now. These shades here only come down halfway, which is no good because it's hot in here in the summer. So I don't know where he ordered them. I think he just ordered them from the hardware store, but they just had to be custom made.
But we're going to put tassels at the bottom of
We're
them.
going to put tassels on them to make them not look like they're just plain white shades. And some fabric. Maybe we put a little bunting
Fabric
on them.
strip, little bunting.
Yeah. But yeah, from the hardware store, we just had to custom order them.
And plants are coming.
Oh, the broadcast looks better, clearer.
Oh, that's good to know.
So here's the thing. The internet didn't get installed here. There's just general Wi-Fi in the building. I'm like, oh, that's going to be not good enough for my Facebook Lives. I've got to get the internet company in to install my own Wi-Fi, but they didn't get here yet.
That's good to know.
Maybe I could save myself the money, which would be really nice because then I can go buy more containers. Yeah. Why does Mickey like squirrel analogy so much?
Oh,
What movie is that?
Ratatouille. I think it's from Ratatouille. Is it from Ratatouille?
No, Up. The little dog in Up. Do you know the cute little dog in Up? The one where the man goes off in a balloon and the dog's like, squirrel!
Yeah.
Oh dear. Anyway, any other questions? Heidi collages on cardboard boxes and use those for storage. Oh, that's a cute idea.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so you decorate your own storage boxes. Ooh,
Nice.
I like that idea.
Yeah.
Some leases actually state that you can't sleep there.
There's a sofa.
Yeah, there's a sofa. I might actually, because I do quite like to nap in the middle of the day. So I'm thinking of putting like a little curtain on the window so people can't see me napping. Because I do really like to nap. Okay, Up. It's Up. Thank you, Andy. Oh, that's not it. Sorry. Andy said yes, Up. Thank God Andy's here to tell us. Thank you, darling.
Andy's keeping an eye on us from
He's
home.
keeping an eye on us. It's like a hubby cam. Andy's got the hubby cam going somewhere in this room to make sure. And actually, I think it's in my wallet.
To make sure we don't go back to IKEA again.
Yeah, exactly. Any other questions or advice, folks, about the new space? Or is there anything that you would like me to show you again? I am happy to. We'll continue working on it. I think what are the main projects we have left?
We're going to do a big sewing nook organization and sort, and you're going to play with fabric after I leave.
And
we're going to
pegboard.
work. Yes, we're going to play with the pegboard today, and we got to do the office supply section back there, and then just refine a few things, and then we're gonna
Then we're gonna play.
Then we're gonna play,
which would be great because I have not been able to play with my stuff for a long time. Yeah.
Hubbycopter.
Hubbycopter. Oh, that's too funny. Oh, I'm glad the broadcast is clear. That's great.
That's great.
That's great. It might save me some $80 a month, not having to pay for internet. What's going on the pegboard? Asked Joanna.
Well, I couldn't hear you when you were back there. So were you talking about your unused project system?
No.
You didn't talk about that?
No.
Okay.
You want me to go get it?
Okay. Well, this was an idea that we got from Diane Hicks, and she uses in the IKEA sells paper sorters, and she keeps her papers in there. But we were looking at those for unused projects. So I think that'll probably go on one end of the pegboard. We're going to obviously put the tools. We'll do all of Allie's bookmaking tools on the pegboard right behind the stand-up desk. And Allie likes to have different things on her pegboard. It's the most reached, most used items that we can hang using different kinds of hooks.
these kind of things.
Those hang like five down below each other. So we can take up a pretty small amount of real estate on the board, but get a lot of use out of those. And that will also limit the number of unused projects she can have.
How many am I allowed to have?
I think we're at 7. 7.
8.
7.
I'm thinking 8.
Things that you reach for the most often, things like, rulers and hammers and tools, all your bookmaking stuff we can put up there. And Allie also likes the spinning things.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. We'll see how it all plays out. But pegboard's a great thing.
Remember, we're going to go get the thread holder.
I almost said it, and then I was like, no, we'll save that for the reveal. But you blew it.
I'm sorry.
No, we're going to use the thread holder now. Actually, not for thread, because we weren't going to do it in there. For waxed linen. But everybody usually puts their sewing thread on. We're going to go buy one of those for Allie's waxed linen.
On the pegboard, yeah.
Right.
So,
that's
not
her
very
thread.
original, but
that's her thread.
Yeah. So let's see what other people have said. Will you paint the pegboard? I'm thinking.
In fact, we might do that today.
Can we?
We might do that today.
I want to paint it turquoise. Yes, so I think we may paint the we're definitely going to paint the pegboard because it's kind of boring.
Yeah, and the room's a workroom, so it needs a happy. Where'd we go?
Oh, I don't know. There we go. We're back. Yes, so we are going to paint the pegboard because it's boring. So, all right, an armoire is full. That's
pretty back there. Leave the doors open and display your books.
Ooh, nice.
Good, and it's nice and light. Andy will be happy about that.
Yes, that's great. Thank you,
Get
Carol.
an armoire.
So here's Carol's idea. Carol says an armoire. Oh, I really like that. Oh, we could go antiquing.
Okay.
Thank you. Off we go. Roseanne. Roseanne puts washi tape on her thread holder.
I tried that, and there are two. I didn't find there to be enough room in between. They kind of overlapped each other. Do you leave space in between?
Interesting. Well, that's a good idea, though.
Who asked the question or who mentioned it?
Roseanne.
Roseanne, do you leave space in between?
Well, we'll find out. She'll answer in a second.
Okay. Yeah, a great idea though, and super easy to grab and see all the ones that you have, and
exactly.
We could do that too.
We could do that too because we have a lot of washi tape.
Yes, we do.
Okay, folks. I think we literally.
You may want to keep your internet apart.
Oh, thanks, Gail. I know, but like $80 a month. Good grief. Good Lord.
The doors from an armoire. Okay, we got to go shopping. We gotta go.
Yeah, we gotta go. It's been fun, but we have to go shopping now. So, have you ever said how many square feet? That's
interesting. Do you know from your contract? It's a nice big space here. It's really great.
Do you know? I can't remember, but I'm guessing this room is probably 350 square feet, and I think the other one's 300. I would say combined, it's over 600 square feet. It's they're nice big spaces. Mm-hmm. I'm very fortunate. But yeah, that's a great question, Laurie. Thank you. I think the building manager would be able to tell me that. I should probably find out. Yes, Sharon said, because a lot of people have gone with flat screen TVs or a lot of armoires.
There are so many armoires out there.
Really?
Oh, yes. Yeah, armoires, nobody wants them anymore. There are tons of them out there, but Andy's not going to be happy.
That's a really good idea that we'd go on Facebook Marketplace. You see, Hive Mind.
Hive Mind.
Yeah. Okay, folks. Dan wants to come shopping. You post a link, of course. Oops. All right. Thank you. We will have fun. Thank you. Thanks for your kind comments. We hope we haven't driven you crazy with our silliness, but we could do this again. This would be fun.
Okay.
You need to get on a plane again.
Over and over and over.
Yeah, I know. It's going to be great fun. Thanks for joining us live, or thank you for watching the recording. We really appreciate it. I'll be back here next Thursday.
I'll be here too, but from there.
From Louisiana. And I don't know what we're doing next week, but I'm sure it'll be fun. Right. And thank you for your support. Thank you for your interest. Thanks for your cool suggestions and ideas. We will take them on board, and we will keep you posted. Follow along on Instagram stories or Facebook stories, because we keep posting pictures as we go. And it's been fun. All right, folks, have a wonderful day. We will see you very soon.
Bye.
Take care. Bye.